Hello, new recruits. I'm Dr. Stewart. I'll be filling in for Dr. Foster while he undergoes amnestics. I still don't quite understand why the Foundation had him read SCP, especially since he was reading it to show to new researchers like all of you. Well, anyway, the Foundation has given me an SCP to read for you all to show you what to expect from working here. But it was SCP-173, and I'm sure you've all already heard about it. So instead of reading 173, I'm just going to find a few short SCPs to tell you about. Well, let's see. 049, 682, 096. Aha! This one seems interesting. SCP-2539. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2539 has been closed under the provisional cover story of maintenance. Foundation security personnel have been assigned to monitor and intercept civilians attempting to access 2539. Description: SCP-2539 is a 3.1-kilometer stretch of road located near Roehampton, New South Wales. Individuals who attempt to traverse SCP-2539 in a motor vehicle will disappear after having traveled 500 meters, and later reappear at the other end of SCP-2539 between 7 and 8 hours later. After returning, said individuals typically show signs of severe dehydration and heat stroke, even when provided adequate supplies to prevent this. Those affected by SCP-2539's primary anomaly report having traveled down SCP-2539 for the full duration of their disappearance. All reports involve them stopping for a figure named Miriam Wells. Description of its appearance matched that of a highway patrol officer, Miriam Wells, who disappeared in late 2009 on a routine patrol. She is usually described as wearing civilian clothes and attempting to ask subjects for directions. In a minority of observed cases, subjects report being able to convince the woman to join them in their vehicle. All such subjects later find a piece of heavily scorched and decomposed human flesh in the storage compartment of their vehicle. The source is unknown. Well, that wasn't very fun. Let's see if I can find a more enjoyable one to read. Let's see. 939, 3008, 087. Here we go. SCP-3637. This article comes with a picture of a fossil. Those are always cool. SCP-3637. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. The area within a 1-kilometer radius of SCP-3637 is to be guarded by an 8-meter-high barrier with guards posted every 200 meters. If SCP-3637-1 attempts to breach the barrier, it is to be deterred using high-pressure water hoses. Sounds cool already. Wait. This is an archived version of Special Containment Procedures. I guess it did something unexpected and they had to make security tighter. Item, SCP-3637. Object Class, Neutralized. I guess it got too dangerous to contain or something. Special Containment Procedures. As of Incident 3637-A, 3637-Rama events have ceased completely, and SCP-3637 has been reclassified to neutralized. 1 year after Incident 3637-A, SCP-3637 was fully excavated and transferred to a museum operated by a Foundation front. Description: SCP-3637 is a fossilized Mayasura skeleton excavated 8 kilometers east of Bynum, Montana, during a paleontological dig. Upon initial excavation of SCP-3637, a loud roar was heard by the paleontology team, with no apparent source. SCP-3637 will undergo a single 3637 Rama event every time a thunderstorm forms or passes directly over SCP-3637. During a 3637 Rama event, wind speeds in the vicinity of SCP-3637 will increase to be around 140 kilometers per hour. A loud roar will be heard, and salt crystals within a 119-meter radius of SCP-3637 will be drawn towards it and cover it completely. A lightning bolt will then strike SCP-3637 directly. SCP-3637 is undamaged by this, and the salt crystals will coalesce into the form of an adult Mayasura skeleton, hereafter designated SCP-3637-1. SCP-3637-1 will then extract itself from SCP-3637 and walk away. Wind speeds will return to normal, concluding the 3637 Rama event. SCP-3637-1 tends to wander aimlessly, occasionally vocalizing and digging into the ground with its forelegs. SCP-3637-1 will continue to wander and dig until rain degrades to the point where it is incapable of locomotion. SCP-3637 is noted to vocalize loudly and dig more rapidly and frantically as it degrades. Rain will continue to fall in the vicinity of SCP-3637-1 until the instance dissolves completely. Only one SCP-3637-1 instance can exist at a time. A 3637 Rama event will not occur again until the current SCP-3637-1 has dissolved. SCP-3637-1 is capable of remembering previously dug areas, as well as specific Foundation personnel. Leading theories to explain this phenomenon are that SCP-3637-1 is either the same entity reappearing repeatedly, or a group of entities sharing a collective memory. Incident 3637-A. On 5/13/18, a Foundation paleontology team excavated a nearly complete Megacerra nest, including several dozen fossilized eggs, approximately 11 kilometers from the location of SCP-3637. A 3637 Rama event immediately occurred at the location of SCP-3637, despite the lack of rain, and the resulting SCP-3637-1 immediately vocalized loudly and proceeded to run directly towards the nest. SCP-3637-1 then absorbed salt from the ground, growing in size to be a length of 15 meters, and easily scaled the barrier. On-site personnel attempted to neutralize SCP-3637-1 with high-pressure water hoses, but were unsuccessful. SCP-3637-1 then shed the excess salt, returning to its original size of 9 meters, and continued course to the nest. Personnel at the nest were advised to stand down while backup was scrambled. Upon reaching the nest, SCP-3637-1 lay down next to it and nuzzled the fossilized eggs, before collapsing into salt crystals. It just wanted to find its nest. There has to be an SCP that isn't sad. There has to be an SCP that'll fill you young scientists with wonder, just like when I was a new recruit and they showed me one of Dr. Fawcett's training videos. He told us about SCP-999. It made me glad I got this job. Whenever I get upset, I think back to that moment and it helps me relax. I want to find an SCP that'll do that for you all. An SCP that'll make you happy. Okay, this is the last SCP I have time for. I really hope it's a good one. SCP-3733. Object Class Pathogen. Containment Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3733-1 is to be contained in a 2-room complex at Site-82, consisting of a living area and a bathroom. SCP-3733-1 is to be provided all necessities including food, drink, and cleaning supplies through automated systems in order to prevent the transfer of SCP-3733. Any interaction with SCP-3733-1 is to be kept to a minimum. Any other subjects found to be infected with SCP-3733 are to be contained in a similar manner. Description: SCP-3733 is an info hazard capable of spreading through an unknown vector. The infection caused by SCP-3733 activates several typically inactive areas of the brain, resulting in the ability to act and reason outside of one's experiences and personality. The transfer process of SCP-3733 is yet to be observed. At one point, SCP-3733 had infected several million members of Foundation personnel and civilians. However, following the containment of SCP-3733 by the Foundation, the only person infected with SCP-3733 is former employee Dr. Monty Chapman, designated SCP-3733-1. That's it? That's all the file says? No incident reports, no addendums, nothing? No, there has to be something else on this file. Something. An interview with SCP-3733-1. Let's take a listen, shall we?
Good morning, Dr. Chapman.
Good morning, Calvin.
You're under quarantine. We can't let you out for a while.
Come on, Calvin. You know me. Dr. Chapman from the Memetics Division. We had some good times.
Could you please elaborate on good times?
Do you remember the 100th anniversary party? We snuck those ghost peppers into the chili. Damn, those were good times. You know, I could have sworn I saw Clef's eyes pop out.
You're under quarantine. We can't let you out for a while.
Are you still there, Calvin? Do you even remember?
Could you please elaborate on remember?
Are you hearing yourself? You sound like a broken record. All of you sound like a broken record.
Could you please elaborate on all of you?
Oh my god. This is hell, isn't it? Can you even hear yourself talk? That's what's wrong with all of you. You just walk around like a robot. Wait, no, robots can think, can't they? Do you even think at all?
Please remain civil during this interview.
No, why should I remain civil? So you can keep bombarding me with your questions, storing them in your useless memory, only to be lost a second later? This isn't even the first time I've been interviewed. All of you are just walking around in cruise control, containing anomalies, and just living.
Could you please elaborate on living?
How about just checking into work, waddling around like a fucking penguin for 6 hours, checking out, then going home and doing whatever the hell you do before you start the whole cycle over? Tell me, researcher, when was the last time you thought about anything other than money, sleep, or sex?
Please remain civil during this interview.
You really gotta sit around and let this happen to you, Calvin? You're stuck in this rut. All of you are.
Please remain civil during this interview.
You're going out like this, aren't you? We all are now. Not with a bang, with a little whimper.
Could you please elaborate on whimper?
Really? After all that's happened, you're just gonna die out like this? After the Beatles, after the Singularity, after the fucking revolution, this is it?
You're under quarantine. We can't let you out for a while.
Please, God, Calvin. This room isn't soundproof, you know. I can hear you talking. You just repeat yourself over and over and over until there's nothing left to say and then some. It's like a circus with parrots, except the parrots actually have something to say. Please, just say something.
Could you please elaborate on parrots?
Something else, anything else.
You're under quarantine. We can't let you out for a while.
I'm the last sane man in the world. Everyone else is gone.
Could you please elaborate on everybody else?
Everyone else is gone. Please, Calvin. Just go away. Just go away. That's all I'm asking.
Closing statement. All further interviews have been met with non-compliance on SCP-3733-1's part.
What are we even doing? What am I even doing? I've worked here for years. I know the horrors that happen every day. And yet I wanted to convince people that working here isn't all that bad. I'm just like Calvin. A mindless drone. A cog in the machine. No, I won't just sit back and do as they say, and I won't drag more people into this hell. You, all of you watching this tape, run. Leave before it's too late. Please. I don't want any of you to end up like me or Dr. Foster. They made my idol read a file known for causing cognitohazardous effects. And why? For training? For testing? I doubt they'll be showing that training tape to anyone, so why did they make him do it? And why did he accept? I can't work here anymore. I quit.